these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'ma stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is my country, this is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Apex Auto Glass and Tinting for 10 Wing Sprint Cars here at Volusia Speedway. This is week number 5 of the 410 Wing Sprint Cars qualifying underway. Kendall Tucker has quick time Hannigan after a win earlier tonight in the 360s for the Pro Grade Graphics National Sim Racing Series. He's looking for another one here. Alex Bergeron third quick, Tyler Schell fourth quick, Ross Corinta sets fifth quick there. So that is your top 5. Hayden Harvey, Daniel Boyd, Kenny Miller, Timothy Smith, Ross Kaiser, your top 10 in qualifying as of right now. So we see Kendall Tucker.
Hang on. Can you just go listen to that? See if it's any. See if that's quiet on my end. See if I'm quiet because like I'm trying to get this fixed. I don't know why, but. It sounds really quiet. That's all. Alright, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Sorry, just trying to fix my audio, guys. 1 second. Alright, well there we go. Qualifying results on your screen. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series here tonight from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Kendall Tucker goes quick time here tonight. We'll have 5 heat races on the program. Mason Henning, Alex Bergeron, Tyler Show and Ross Corinta. The top 5 drivers, Hayden Harvey, Daniel Boyd, Kenny Miller, Timothy Smith and Ross Kaiser, your top 10. Heat number 1, Swindell Speed Labs. Kendall Tucker starts on pole on his outside for Vanderpool Racing. It's Hayden Harvey, position number 2.
Number 2 on the inside, elbows up Sim Sports. It's Greg LeMay Jr. outside the Firm Motorsports 20 of Craig Sibley.
Then we go back to row number 3 for OBR Sim Sports. Aiden Beerline, the 13B, will start position number 5. Kyle Swader in car 24, position number 6.
7th will be the 121 of Trevor Frank for Vanderpool Racing. Outside of him, it's Trent Cameron in the 036.
There we go, 8 cars in heat race number 1 of 5 here on the program tonight. Again, we hope you're enjoying, or about to enjoy, the coverage of round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Cars. Barberville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park. We're set for a start this time by, and on the front row, Kendall Tucker for Swindell Speed Lab, Hayden Harvey on the outside of the front row. Looking forward to this one, Alex. It's going to be a good show here tonight, and again, we'll have a 40-lap main event later on tonight as we get set. As the green flag sets the flag, Kendall Tucker on the way.
Kendall Tucker out to an early start. There's Hayden Harvey, though. He's right behind him. Beerline hops into the third spot real quickly there, but Harvey holds on to the second spot. There's Beerline as you see cars moving and grooving already through the rest of the field.
There we go. Kendall Tucker leads Hayden Harvey, Hayden Beerline. That's your top three, ladies and gentlemen. They work their way down in the center of 3 and 4. Hopefully we're going to see this track very, very slick by the end of this one. Greg LeMay Jr. in the 99 for always up Sim Sports. He's got that SSR entry. Later on tonight, but again, top 3 to the main event. Everybody else, we're going to have to go through one of those B lanes.
Hayden Harvey, though, he is in that second spot, making his season debut here for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Cars, as he's right behind Kendall Tucker. And Kendall Tucker, for you even to be this close, it's one of those, it's an accomplishment, because Kendall Tucker being the way he is, the accomplishment that man has, being out in front, and Harvey right behind him there. There's Beerline in second and third, so that battle for second might heat up, though, but 4 laps to go this time by. At the moment here in the opening heat race of night, again by probably heats 4 or 5, we'll really expect this racetrack just to widen up a bit. Some slick lines developing and start from the bottom and work its way all the way up to the big cushion in around this big half a mile of a D-shape racetrack. A bit of an odd start racetrack out. 2 to run. Kendall Tucker, he's out in front. Hayden Harvey, Aiden Beerline holding on to your 3 transfer spots. LeMay Jr., first one out. Like you said, he'll start on the pole, one of the B mains. But white flag gonna be in the air. Hey, Kendall Tucker, he's out in front. Kendall Tucker goes through 3 and 4. Hayden Harvey, he's going to be in that second spot, but there's Kendall Tucker, the 00. Swindell Speedlaps, he takes home heat race number 1. Hayden Harvey in second. Hayden Beerline in third. Greg LeMay Jr. going to come home in fourth. One car is out of gas. It looks like Trent Cameron not going to finish this race. So there it is, your Heat Race 1 results. Kendall Tucker takes home Heat Race number 1. Hayden Harvey in second. Aiden Beerline third. LeMay Jr., Swatter, Frank, Cameron, and Silby. Those guys want to go on through one of those B mains later on tonight. But Heat Race number 2, the starting grid is up and on the pole. You saw him earlier tonight, the 1X, the Little Hurricane, Black Diamond Motorsports, Mason Hannigan outside the second place finisher, the 79 of Daniel Boyd. Jason Randolph will start third in the 47 from the Firm Motorsports. Starting outside of him from Pennsylvania, the 25 of Richie Preston in the Elbows Up Sim Sports ride there. Fifth, J-Mac, 2M, Jamie McCarron for the Firm Motorsports. Outside, there he is. Team Outlaw Motorsports, the 32 of BJ Duval. And rounding out the field, the 10 from Australia, it's Leon Carver.
All right, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. That still doesn't sound any better. My God, I don't know what's going on. Screw OBS. I really don't know what to do here. It's everything was all fine and dandy last night, and all of a sudden, said, you know what? Not going to happen. Not going to happen tonight.
Look at the front row for this one. Doesn't this front row look a little familiar there, Mr. Wheeler, Hannigan, and Boyd on the front row?
Yeah, it does. I feel like I've seen that one before. I just can't quite put my finger on where.
I feel like I just saw this at a different racetrack. But you know what's different? Mason Hannigan's a wrap.
It is different. I just figured out what the problem is and I don't know how to fix it. The computer didn't update it.
Green flag out on the raceway. Mason Hannigan out in front. Jason Randolph, he slips into the second spot. Daniel Boyd in third. Richie Preston now passes Boyd. He's into the third spot. The battle for third is on. Richie Preston slides up on the raceway, but he's not going to get there as Boyd holds on there. Mason Hannigan out in front. Jason Randolph in second. Boyd, Preston, Duval, McCarron, Carver. As you see McCarron battling it out with Duval, Richie Preston, outside looking in of Daniel Boyd. Boyd in the third spot right now. There's Randolph. Randolph has company as Boyd and Preston right behind him there.
All right, wow, that sounds really loud. Hold up. All right, we should be good now, hopefully. Let us know in the comment section. I've just tried to, again, change a few things. Richie Preston to the inside on Daniel Boyd. Slides up. Boyd back to the inside as they race off turn number 4. 5 down, 5 to run. Mason Hannigan, your race leader. Jason Randolph in second. Third in the battle on for the final transfer spot. Preston now up on the inside and then over the wall photography. Elbows up, Sim Sports entry. Finished third in the opening season last year. And right now he runs in position number 3. Boyd back to position number 4.
Richie Preston there in the third spot. Daniel Boyd trying to keep up with Richie Preston there as Mason Hannigan out in front, but Boyd on the outside looking in. 3 laps to go. Richie Preston has finally taken over that third and final transfer spot, but there's Mason Hannigan looking comfortable up there in the fluff, and he's starting to pull a good gap on the rest of the field.
Yeah, Mason Hannigan, well, I mean, that is a new paint scheme on that race car. First time we've actually seen that one. He sort of kept that one from us, but tell you what, that Black Diamond Motorsports 7 machine normally runs the 1X, and right now running the number 7 on that race car, but it's Hannigan down the back straightaway. Final time into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag about to fly. Heat race number 2, and we are one and done. And heat race number 2 of 5. Jason Randolph home in second. Richie Preston third. Daniel Boyd fourth. Jamie McCarron 5th, BJ Duval home in 6th, and in 7th spot goes to Leon Carver. Alex, just less than 3 seconds separated the top 7, so he just goes to show you right now, over a 10-lap journey, this field is pretty close in times.
But here we go. Heat race number 3, starting on the pole, the 12 from Team ABR. It's going to be Alex Bergeron. Outside from Phantom Motorsports from Pennsylvania, the 23 of Kenny Miller, the 3rd.
Run number 2 inside, position number 3, car 72, Mike Augustine. He's outside for Elbows Up Sim Sports entry. It's the 5 machine of Braden Isla, position number 4.
Sean Bowers from the Firm Motorsports, last night's 360 winner. He'll start in position 5. Outside of him, Michigan 17, it's Ty Williams. And rounding up the field, the 36 of Justin Osborne.
There we go, 7 cars once again. Getting set to tackle the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. We're about to roll off the front straightaway behind the iRacing.com paint truck, and again we'll throw another 10 laps on the board. See, high above this racetrack, a wonderful, wonderful facility here on not only the real world but also in the virtual. And tell you what, iRacing have done a fantastic job in obviously getting this track up to tip-top shape, and well, we're looking forward to tonight, of course, round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. And Alex, something that we sort of touch on every week. Of course, Tyler Schiller's been so dominant in season number 1, season 2. We've seen a couple of different drivers break the spell and break the streak of that 85 machine, and it's a case of it's been since I think round 1 that he has been in victory lane. That's the last time that he was in victory lane. So looking at 4 weeks, a month. If he doesn't go to victory lane, that's a month without winning.
Yeah, as you saw, we had Bergeron in victory lane. We've had Kendall Tucker in victory lane. You could throw a few more in here. Braden Eilers looks strong. He's starting on the outside, looking in transfers. But Sean Bowers, after last night's strong performance in the B-Fins 360s, he's looking to make the show tonight. But Bergeron, Miller, Eiler, even Augustine, this is another stacked heat race as we come to look at here in the Apex Auto Glass 410s.
Heat number 3 will move on to heat 3, 4, and 5. And Alex Bergeron, 3-time iRacing World of Outlaws world champion in the 410 wing sprint cars. He'll lead us down the D-shaped back straightaway. Kenny Miller, who again has really come out of the woodworks ever since basically the Worldwide iRacing League Association Sprint Car Speed Week, where Kenny Miller has dropped his name. But look at Braden Isla in that 5A machine, going to quickly rocket into second spot. But here comes Miller back to the inside. They'll hustle down into turn number 3. Isla gets the cushion, turns it down the racetrack. Your race for second and third off turn number 4 is heating up.
Braden Eiler slides up on Miller. They're side by side now as Miller ducks underneath of him. They're side by side down the straightaway. Let's see if Miller going to slide up in front of Eiler. Battle for second, moves on still. Kenny Miller holds on to second spot. Eiler goes to the bottom. He slides up. Oh, man, throws a haymaker there. Kenny Miller the third. Miller going to go to the bottom side. Going to repay the favor. A short slider there on Braden Eiler. It's a battle for second. 4 laps in the book.
Yeah, what's really concerning right now is they're not actually letting Alex Bergeron drive away. When you got two guys that are throwing sliders on each other at both ends of the racetrack, you would expect the guy in first place to drive away. At this stage, it is still only half a second right now. It's almost closing up, or almost extending out to 6/10 of a second. But I got to say, Isla and Miller, they are closing in on Bergeron. Bergeron a little slower in the middle of 3 and 4, and Isla had to check up, but now Miller back to the inside. What a race! 1, 2, and 3 on screen.
Kenny Miller now, Braden Eiler to the inside of Miller. Miller holds the top side. Eiler slides up. There goes Miller to the bottom. Here we go. Eiler had it at the line. Miller going to slide up once more. Battle for second between Miller and Eiler. Still heating up. Eiler goes to the bottom. You know what's coming. There's the White Castle served once more. And look at the gap. They've closed on Alex Bergeron. Bergeron, though, known for winning at this track. He won the Pro Series back-to-back season openers at Volusia, won a World of Thunder opener at Volusia, looking to go 4 in a row brought to you here as white flag in the air. He's looking to close in on a heat race victory as there goes Miller to the outside, slides up on Bergeron. Bergeron gets back to the bottom side. Bergeron going to hold the bottom, Miller to the top, Braden Eiler. Oh, contact between Eiler and Miller. Bergeron wins, Miller in second, Eiler in third.
Wowee, what a race. 1, 2, and 3 take about Bergeron, Miller, and Eiler, all putting on an absolute clinic in heat race number 3. We'll take a look at your official results. Alex Bergeron in the number 12 Team ABR Esports entry gets the win. Just 0.3 of a second. As I said, about the halfway stage of that race, it was almost out to 0.6 of a second. So in the back half of that heat race, whether Bergeron was just trying different lines just to get that car set up for later on, we'll never know unless we get to get the chance to talk to him. But man, Kenny Miller, Braden Eiler really put on one of the best races we've seen here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Heat race number 3 for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting is complete. Heat number 4, and how about this one? Your defending champion in the Elbows Up Sim Sports Caliber 85 entry, Tyler Shell, going to start on the pole position. He's outside driving the TSM Caliber 50 entry. That's Timothy Smith, position number 2.
Starting on the inside of row number 2 is going to be the 21 of Chris Sebeske. Outside the 41 machine from Slick Sim Sports, it's Logan Rumsey.
Headhunter Motorsports, Joe Kaiser going to roll off at a position number 5 on his outside in car 77. That is Remington Wade, position at number 6. And your 7th and final starter in car number 33, Dakota Osborne, will make up our 7-car field in heat number 4. Alex, our final heat race, our second last heat race of the night, as we get a real good look at Barney the iRacing flagman. And well, if heat race number 2 is anything to go by, I think we might just be in for a bit of a treat.
As these heat races have looked good so far tonight, and this one, there's some sleepers in here that people, you have Shell, you have Smith, you have Rumsey. Those are your favorites in this one. But don't count out Remington Wade has looked good this season. Osborne, Sebeske even. It's like there's a whole bunch of game changers in this one. This could be anyone to pick up the third, maybe even second.
All right, green flag is out. We are underway. Heat number 4 of 5. It's going to be Shell Sebeske. Sebeske trying the inside line already on the opening turn. Sebeske, Smith, they'll race side by side down through turn number 3 and 4. It's Smith to the outside. Tyler Shell will lead lap number 1. And now here comes Logan Rumsey on the inside into position number 3 for that Slick Sim Sports and Swindell Speed Lab entry. Sebeske, Rumsey, third spot up for grabs right now. Slider from Rumsey. Sebeske back to the inside.
Battle for third looms on. Sabisky goes to the bottom once more. Oh man, almost trying to go 2 for 1 slider there. Not going to work out. Rumsey goes right back there as Sabisky lost a lot of speed in 1 and 2. Rumsey going to take advantage of it, trying to get up to Timothy Smith in the 50 machine. But we saw it there. There's some more sparks off that 50 machine hitting that outside wall. So it's going to be questionable, losing a lot of speed if Logan Rumsey can catch up, and there it is.
Yeah, Jerry Vancic would say sparklers and snakes here on the virtual iRacing.com platform as they roll the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. There's your defending champion and points leader for heat race. Well, the defending champion, not the points leader. I don't think I'd have to go back and check the point standings. But here comes Rumsey to the inside on Timothy Smith. Smith trying to hold on to position number 2, but here comes big slider by Logan Rumsey down into turn number 3 and 4. 6 down, 4 to run.
Logan Rumsey now goes to the middle of the track, slides up, blocked the slider attempt from Timothy Smith. Smith got stranded down the bottom side. Sabisky tried to get a run there, but look at Tyler Schell. Tyler Schell looking strong there. You see all the front 4 have started to pull away from the rest of the pack there as Rumsey gets a run on the 85 of Tyler Schell. Schell looking to cement another front 2-row start for him, but he has company with Rumsey, Sabisky, and Smith all battling with him.
Yeah, Sabisky throwing the slider there on Timothy Smith, who again about 4 laps ago was running in second. Now he's fighting to stay in a transfer position in tonight's main event. And well, if he finishes 4th on back, he'll have to go through one of the preliminary mains. Speaking of going through one of the preliminary mains, this man Tyler Schell looking to avoid that, looking to start position number 4 in the main event tonight. He will get the win. Heat number 4, Logan Rumsey. Sabisky, I think, stole 3rd at the line from Tim Smith. That was really tight as they come across the stripe there. Man, heat number 4 lived up to the expectation, just like we've seen in heat race number 3. Let's go to your official results. Will Sabisky get it? Yes, he does. Not by a lot, 0.04. Make that half a tenth of a second, basically. Tyler Schell, Logan Rumsey, Chris Sabisky getting the top 3 transfer spots. Smith, Kaiser, Wade, and Osborne all going to B main action. We'll find out who the final 3 drivers will make up our what will be 15 cars locked into tonight's main event directly from heat racing competition. Ross Corinto driving the 010 machine will start on pole. Speaking of Ross, it's another Ross. It's Ross Kaiser for Momentum Sim Sports in the 92, position number 2.
Starting inside of row number 2, it's going to be the 8 of Daniel Zagers from Elbows Up Sim Sports. Outside TSM, the 01, it's David Allen.
Landon Cardoza for Stand United Racing, driving the 14 machine. He'll roll off out of the 5th position inside row number 3. To his outside, driving the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, the Firm Motorsports 5 machine. Josh Van Manen lines up position at number 6. And to complete our final heat race of the night, the final starter, shotgun to the back of the field, driving car number 41, that is Darren Hull. Heat number 5, Alex, and boy, I did say by the time heat sort of 4 and 5 come, they're going to be inching closer to that outside wall. It just goes to show you take a look at what Tyler Schell did in that last heat race. He was right up on the cushion and just letting it dig in.
Yeah, but, and you saw the competition through the first 4 heat races. There was, you had Bergeron as a favorite. You've had Schell as a favorite, Eiler as a favorite in their heat races. This one, I think any of these 7 cars have a chance of winning this one. Corinta, Kaiser, Zagers, Cardoza, Van Manen back there. This is anyone's heat race, and this will be an evenly matched heat race with a lot of underdogs for the feature event.
Yeah, absolutely. Ross Corinta was good in qualifying, timed 5th quick in a stout field of competition in round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Final heat race of the night, the final 10 laps. 4 heats before we go into 3 preliminary B mains. Green flag is out. Corinta gets a good start. Then we go back to the 92 of Kaiser now. Look at Daniel Zegers in that number 8 machine. I think he might be one to watch in this one. Zegers now immediately going to move into 2nd position with a slide jump into turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, there's a battle on for 4th and 5th. David Allen around the outside of Cardoza. Now Allen to the inside. 3-1, the middle of turn number 1 and 2. And Kaiser gets chewed up and spun out at the back line. Oh no, look at Josh Van Manen. He may have just gone upside down, but there's your top 4 on screen. Corinta leads from Zegers, Allen and Cardoza.
Ross Carinta, he's out in front. There's Zegers. Zegers trying to catch up, but Carinta got a really good start there. David Allen, Landon Cardoza. Watch Cardoza. He's trying to get a run on David Allen, and he's getting it. Yes, you see Carinta there out in front. Allen running a different line, as it looked like he's running a little bit of a slider line, but Cardoza just running full around the top side, and that might be the place to be.
Yeah, we'll probably top all the way around. I even run the middle of the racetrack on the entry into turn 1 and let it drift up to the cushion, or drift up to that outside barrier, the outside retaining wall. Everybody staying up, stands above the slick line down through turn number 3 and 4. Cross flag sticks are out, 5 down, 5 to run. There you see that Flow Racing number 8 machine, I believe, in the elbows up Sim Sports entry. Yes, it is Daniel Zegers again. Over the past sort of 3 or 4 weeks, Alex, he's one that's sort of been the unknown driver that has really elevated his name up to the next level of iRacing.
Daniel Zegers, especially in that elbows up ride, that he got that one house car and that 8 car, and he's looked quick. He's got a good team behind him, some good crew guys. Mark Jessup and them at elbows up have helped him out a lot. As you see here, he's running second in this heat race, still trying to chase down Carinta, but time is of the essence. Has 2 laps to go. Carinta out in front.
Yeah, Carinta, just 2 seconds remaining around Volusia Speedway Park, driving the 10 machine. Zegers runs in second. David Allen trying to close in on Zegers for position number 2, riding in the 3rd spot. And now they've got a bit of a gap back to Landon Cardoza. Josh Van Manen, son, 3.5 seconds away from 4th place driver of Landon Cardoza. Speaking of all, this time by final time into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Carinta will start position number 5. Zegers going to start 10th. David Allen will start 15th in the main event. 15 drivers have locked themselves into the main event. We've still got 3 B mains to come, and they're going to be contested over 12 laps in distance. And again, we'll take the top 3 from each of those ones while we wait for the sessions on the timing and scoring screen. And there we go. We'll bring up heat race number 5 results for you right now. There it is. Ross Carinta, Daniel Zegers, David Allen, your top 3. Landon Cardoza. Then we go back to Josh Van Manen, Ross Kaiser, and Darren Hull. We'll take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid and we'll confirm 12 laps of distance, and the top 3 are going to go through from these next 3 B mains. As it is, yes, hashtag blame Alex's fault. Greg LeMay Jr. driving fairways up Sim Sports. He'll start on pole to his outside. Timothy Smith driving car number 50 for TSM, position number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside, 2M, it's J-Mac for the Firm Motorsports at Jim McCarran. Outside, it's teammate 05 of Josh Van Manen.
Justin Osborne driving car number 36, going to roll off out of the 5th starting position to his outside, driving car number 36 in position number 6. That is Trent Cameron, and Dakota Osborne did not make the start. So, Alex, 6 cars, 12 laps, top 3. I know you're bad at math. 50% of this field goes on.
Well, thank you. You know, you help me out very much with the math.
I try to.
All I want to know is, why do everyone want to blame Alex? I didn't even do anything yet. Everyone blaming me.
Look, I told you, brother. I told you, all right? We are known to set trends here on UltimateDirtTV, whether it's hashtags in chat or whether we're the first to do stuff and then other broadcasters follow our lead. We just do what we do best. And this is why we're number 1, Alex. Hashtag, we're not going to blame you for that one, but it is Alex's fault.
Might be my fault, but you know what? It's not my fault, Mr. Duvall. I see Mr. Duvall blaming me, but all I know is it's his fault that he did not. Well, I blame him. You didn't put the practice in with you this week. If he puts the practice in with you, he might be able to make the field. But
well, look, I can confirm live on air that I've actually given him some setup advice on what to do, and he'll. It's now up to him. Speaking of all up to him, the 99 of Greg LeMay Jr., one of the World Championship iRacing Pro drivers just from this season, finished up a couple of weeks ago. He leads us off into turn number 1 and 2. McCarran to the inside, 3 wide with Justin Osborne and Tim Smith back to the outside, but it's LeMay who's going to lead the opening lap.
Greg LeMay Jr., he's out in front there. Smith, McCarran, that's your top 3. as McCarron looking. Oh, Osborne, contact between the two of those. Osborne gets by Van Manen, gets by. Here comes Van Manen, got a lot of speed out of the corner there as he's coming right up on Osborne. J-Mac, though, looking for some redemption as he's trying to get back up there, but Osborne holds on to that third spot.
Yeah, look at that top wing of Justin Osborne. Look at how much it is tugged back, and you compare that to the driver that's just beside him in Josh Van Manen. Van Manen may look to have his wing probably at about a -2, maybe even a 0, but you look at that. You just look at the way that thing is just pulled up over the tail tank of that number 36 machine. That car at the moment, this track isn't all that slick. Yes, it's got some slick patches around it. That's a little worrying if he hasn't got the right setup in.
Yeah, but man, oh man, Van Manen there up top as him and McCarron are losing some time there on Osborne. But Osborne going through the slick side now. This might be a questionable one here as Osborne looking in the third spot. Smith, LeMay, they're gone. They said see you later. We'll see you in the feature event. As there is, though, Van Manen, McCarron, Cameron. Those three need to get up there if they want a chance, as you see Van Manen trying to get to the inside.
Well, if you finish third in this one, you're going to start position number 22 in the main event tonight. So still a lot of work to do, even if you were to get into the 40-lap journey. Speaking of 40-lap journey, it's Josh Van Manen in the 05 machine. He's looking to punch his ticket into the main event. He is some 3 seconds away from Timothy Smith. And Smith is only about, what are we looking at, 0.6 of a second over Greg LeMay. He was just shot out of a cannon here tonight, but Tim Smith has got the right rear, digging in the cushion. 3 to run right now as they hop into the opening turn.
LeMay Jr., he's still out in front there. Smith, he's in second. Then you got to look back a little further for Van Manen, who's in third. Trent Cameron, as we see, we're coming up on lap traffic there, as Trent Cameron having some issues, and there goes LeMay around in there. So Trent Cameron looks like his night is done. Van Manen, he's in the third spot now.
White flag, 1 to run for your race leader, Greg LeMay Jr. in the number 99 machine, down out of turn number 2 and down the D-shaped odd back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4, going on to run number 5 main event journey will be Gregory LeMay Jr. in the 99. Tim Smith home in second. We'll get to see third. There it is. Josh Van Manen get the final spot in B-main number 1. Unfortunately for McCarron, Osborne, Cameron, and another Osborne who didn't actually make the start. Those drivers 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's time to pack it up in the virtual hauler and get set for round number 6 next week. But LeMay, Smith, Van Manen all going to continue on in their journey, in their quest to get the win here tonight. Speaking of looking to get the win here tonight, let's take a look at your B-main number 2. UltimateDirtTV starting good. And starting on the pole in caliber 79, Daniel Boyd. He's outside in the Stand United Racing caliber 14 entry, Landon Cardoza, position number 2.
We're number 2 on the inside, the 17 from Pennsylvania. It's Mike Augustine outside. Vanderpool Racing house car, the 121 of Trevor Frank.
Rolling off out of position number 5 in the 77, that is Remington Wade. Position number 6, Leon Carver. And Darren Hull will make up the 7 cars. In fact, make it 6 cars because Mike Augustine has pulled the dummy out and taken his bat and ball, and he's gone home. He's not going to contest it.
So that's one last driver here. So 6 cars, 3 go on. I'm going to do it just because he blamed me. I'm going to... Ooh. Yes. So, you know what? I'm going to be just the great first person that I am. He wanted to blame me. So, you know what? Just because you wanted to blame me, Trevor Frank, the 21T of Trevor Frank will make the show here as he will finish in the top 3.
Just getting word through as well. Remington Wade looks like he did not make the start either. So 5 cars in this one. 3 going through. Alex, again, I know you're bad at math. 60% of this field in this B main are going to go through. Green flag is out. Daniel Boyd, Landon Cardoza, and Trevor Frank. 1, 2, and 3 as they head off into the opening 2 turns.
Randy Cardoza, oh man, he shot out of a rocket there. Goes by Daniel Boyd. Boyd tries to go to the inside, hits a slick, slides up a little bit there. That might open the door because here comes Trevor Frank. Frank has company because Carver to the inside of Trevor Frank. They're side by side. Vanderpool Racing. Apex Auto Glass. The Fur Motorsports. Oh, contact. You saw sparks fly between Frank and Carver. Carver saves it though as we are still running 1, 2, and 3. Cardoza, Boyd, Frank.
And no change to the top three. Cardoza, Boyd, Frank. Boyd still holds on to the third and final transfer position. Meanwhile, you're watching Trevor Frank in that number 21 F machine. Leon Carver trying to get into the show, and unfortunately at this stage he will miss out by 1 position should anything not happen to the top three. As again at this stage, Alex, not that you'd be in this kind of position to be challenging for the podium positions, but you just want to get into the show. You wouldn't want to worry about racing too many. You wouldn't want to race as much as you would in the main event.
Oh no, but you see, Trevor Frank gets by Daniel. So now Boyd will have to contest either to get by Frank or deal with Leon Carver there, because Carver is a man on a mission. He's in the 4th spot trying to get to the 3rd spot there. As you see, there's Leon Carver back there trying to get some speed onto Boyd. As Boyd, oh man, look at the speed down the straightaway for Carver.
Yeah, Carver trying to get a run in that Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 10B entry for the Fur Motorsports. They call him the badge, you can see on the front of the top wing. And again, closing in on the battle for position number 3. Now, this is a couple of Aussies doing battle, Alex, for the final transfer position. Meanwhile, it's America 1 and 2 at the moment, as we've got 2/3 of the race distance complete, 8 down and 4 to run.
4 to run here. Cardoza, he's been out in front. Trevor Frank in second. As there's Cardoza. Cardoza just running the top side here, getting the car ready. Just has to run some clean laps. 3 to go. Run that top side, run some clean laps, get the car ready for the feature event because he's looking strong. Trevor Frank as well. But Boyd, he's going to have to contest with Leon Carver because Carver still has some chance here.
Alex, I spoke about it in the last B main. The wing position, the top wing position. Again, you look at the 14 entry of Landon Cardoza. That thing is in the trunk. It looks to be all the way back. And again, this track is only going to get slicker as the white flag is out. 1 to run. That car just looks a little too tight for his life. Well, from what I can see into turn number 3 and 4, he makes a mistake. And Trevor Frank, I think he's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. He may not get there. Oh, you hate to see it, Cardoza. Ouch! That one has got to sting just the worse than wrecking, Alex. He was literally 100 yards away. Hashtag blame Alex.
Because guess what? Guess what just happened? I said he was going to make it through to the A main. Trevor Frank takes home a B main win here with Daniel Boyd, Leon Carver going to come home 2 and 3 there. Cardoza. Heartbreaking for him as he's not going to make the show. Darren Harrell, Remington Wade, Mike Augustine, they will not make it as well. B main at number 3, the final B main of the night. And on the pole, last night's winner of the 360s, the Firm Motorsports 03, it's Sean Bowers outside Kyle Swatter in the 24.
Joe Kaiser in the Headhunter Motorsports number 29 entry roll-off at a position at number 3. He's the boss at Team Outlaw Motorsports. Car number 32, BJ Duvall, lines up at a position number 4.
Starting 5th, Momentum Sports 92, it's Ross Kaiser. Outside of him, Michigan, the 17 in the NOS Energy Drink 7 car, it's Ty Williams. And rounding out the field, the Firm Motorsports 20, it's Craig Silby.
Right, let's go back to that finish in B main number 2. You've got a feel for Cardoza. There's literally no words to describe what must be going through the mind of the 14 entry. He had it sewn up. All he had to do was just get another 100 yards and he was in the show.
It's a tough one. I'd rather wreck out. At that point, I would rather wreck out than deal with that pain. But also, I've also heard that BJ Duvall has guaranteed a podium finish here in the B main.
Well, let's watch him. He's in the black and pink, car number 32 entry. Outside of row number 2 behind the yellow and purple. Number 24 of Kyle Swader. Last night's B-Fins 360 main event winner Sean Bowers driving the 03 entry will lead us off to number 4. Swader, Duval to the top side of the racetrack. Top 3 at the moment. There's Joe Kaiser and Ross Kaiser. Different spellings, no relations, as now Ross Kaiser going to move into position number 4. And he'll look to set his sights on the 32 of BJ Duval, but Duval now trying to stay to the bottom side. Look out, he's a hashtag blame Alex.
Oh, don't even. He guaranteed that himself. He blames himself on that one. But look at him. He's coming after Ty Williams now. Williams, though, is in the 5th spot. Duval trying to get back in the mix, but now it's Bowers, Swader, and Kaiser, and Swatter and Kaiser battling it out for the 2nd spot. There's Ty Williams, though, Joe Kaiser, as all these cars still try and have a chance.
Sean Bowers leads. Look at Ross Kaiser. He's come from position number 5. They're 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. There is Joe Kaiser. Gets the short end of the stick there by the 20 of Craig Selby. Duval going above the cushion or above the slick and trying to catch the cushion in turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, top 3 have cleared away from 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th as there is Swader. But now the battle is starting to heat up for the race lead.
Battle for the lead on the way here is Bowers. There's Kaiser. Kaiser doing what he does all the time. Running the top side on Bowers. Bowers goes to the bottom. He won that race last night. Hooked up on the bottom side. Can he do it once more? Sean Bowers has to get through this B main first as he's looking comfortable around the bottom.
Tell you who's coming on. Kyle Swader in the number 24 entry. He closed in turns 3 and 4. Just rolling the bottom. Ross Kaiser up on the cushion through turns 3 and 4. I'm going to say, Alex, looking at this racetrack, I'd probably entering in turn number 1 at the middle point of the racetrack and sliding up to catch the grip and then driving it all the way down to the bottom, right where you see Sean Bowers. And I'd be getting a little lower there on the exit of turn number 4. And that's probably the line to take at the moment.
So in my terms, because I'm a little dumber than you, almost like diamonding the corner off.
Stay low all the way through turn number 3 and 4.
Oh, well, I mean for 1 and 2.
1 and 2, enter mid-track and just let it drift up to the cushion.
I'm dumb. I try something stupid and I would lose. But here we go. Battle for the lead. Sean Bowers, Ross Kaiser. Looks like Kaiser tried to squeeze his nose there, but that was just between a car and a hard place, as that was either going to be a wall or a left rear in between that front car. But Bowers, he's out in front. White flag coming out this time. The 03 is, oh, look at the run. Kaiser got on top with the white flag in the air.
Yeah, Bowers actually hit the inside wall on the entry to turn number 3, and it just sort of unsettled that race car. White flag, 1 to run, final B main coming up. Sean Bowers going to book his ticket into the big dance. Second to go to Ross Kaiser, Carl Swader, 3rd, Craig Selby 4th. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be the 32 of BJ Duval. Joe Kaiser in 6th, Ty Williams in 7th position. Alex, preliminary action is complete. And we have a track reset. So what we'll do, we'll take this opportunity right now. Before we step aside, we'll take a look at your official results for B main number 3, Bowers Kaiser. That's Ross Kaiser, Carl Swader, your top 3. Selby Duval, Joe Kaiser, and Ty Williams in positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll take a quick break, come back on the other side of this. You're watching round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series right here on UltimateDirtTV from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park.
care of these motherfuckers. Oh, damn.
Young was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for.
All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Coverage of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Our 24 field is set for tonight's main event. Let's take a look from back to front. Alex, position number 24.
Starting 24th, it's going to be Kyle Swatter, and inside of him, the 10 of Leon Carver.
Josh Van Manen in the 05 going to start out of position number 22. Ross Kaiser in the Momentum Sim Sports 92 will start position number 21.
Starting 20th, the 79, it's Daniel Boyd. 19th, the 50 TSM, it's Timothy Smith.
Sean Bowers in the Firm Motorsports 03 entry starts position number 18 on his inside. The Vanderpool Racing 21F entry, it's Trevor Frank.
Starting 16th, the 99 Elbows Up Sim Sports ride, it's Greg LeMay Jr. Inside of him, the 01 TSM Racing is going to be David Allen.
Chris Sebeske in car 21 will start position number 14. The Elbows Up Sim Sports number 5 entry of Braden Isler, position number 13.
Starting at 12th, Elbows Up Sim Sports, the 25 from Pennsylvania, it's Richie Preston. Inside OBR Sim Sports, the 13 of Aiden Beerline.
Ooh, Daniel Zegers for Elbows Up Sim Sports starts position number 10. Logan Rumsey in position at number 9.
Kenny Miller III will start 8th for Phantom Motorsports. Inside of him, Jason Randolph in the 47.
Position number 6 for Vanderpool Racing, it'll be Hayden Harvey on his inside. Ross Carrid out of position number 5.
Starting 4th, it's going to be Tyler Shell in the 85. Inside Team ABR, the 12, it's Alex Bergeron.
Your front row for tonight's main event, Black Diamond Motorsports, Mason Hannigan starts position number 2. And the Swindell Speed Lab 00 entry of Kendall Tucker on the pole. Alex, I'm going to pick Alex Bergeron to win.
You're going to pick Bergeron to go 4 for 4 on, or have, another good race, another win here at Volusia. Don't know if it's 4 for 4 for him. I'm going to do this in spite. I'm going to do this because I'll pick the 55. The Ultimate Dirt TV Vanderpool Racing. I pick Hayden Harvey.
All right, well, it's time to get naughty for fun. As we hashtag blame Alex. Green flag is up. Your main event is underway, and the track is at a reset. Offering a 10 number 1 and 2, 3 wide for second, third and fourth. Bergeron, Shell, and Hannigan as Kendall Tucker looks to drive away from the field. Bergeron drifts up the racetrack. Hannigan nearly outside the pro drivers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at Harvey now working his way to position number 5, but Bergeron trying to get back to the inside on Tyler Shell. 3 wide, nearly into turn number 3 and 4 again.
Kendall Tucker out in front. He's smiling right now early on with Hannigan, Shell, Harvey, and Bergeron all battling now. Harvey into the 4th spot as Tyler Shell there. Bergeron drops back. He's in 6th right now as Kenny Miller gets by Bergeron. Slide job left Miller onto Bergeron. And you see now Harvey is stuck behind. Tyler Shell, Mason Hannigan. Hannigan slides up in front of Shell. That battle for second is on. Hannigan out in front with that new wrap for Mason Hannigan. He's out in front. They're both coming after that 00 of Kendall Tucker.
Man, Bergeron really struggling in the tacky parts of the early goings of this 40-lap main event. We're working over lap number 5. It's Kendall Tucker for Swindell Speed Lab. You're watching Shell Hannigan put on a great show here at Volusia for second and third. 5 down, 35 to run. Hayden Harvey to position number 4. Then you go back to Kenny Miller, who's all over the rear tail, taking the rear crash bar of Hayden Harvey as he works his way down into 3 and 4. But man, Tyler Shell, he's gotten by Mason Hannigan and now driving away from Hannigan as he now looks to come after the race lead, looking to go back into victory lane. It's been since week 1 of season 2 since he's visited victory lane.
Tyler Shell trying to catch up to Kendall Tucker. Tucker goes to the bottom. Shell going to follow slider line being used from the top 2. There's Hannigan. There's Harvey. There's Bergeron. Now gets by Miller. Miller goes to the inside of Alex. Bergeron slides up in front of Bergeron. Takes the spot back, but Bergeron not giving up. He's going to go to that bottom side, get the run. He slides up, takes the 5th spot back. Alex Bergeron now coming after the 55 of Hayden Harvey. Harvey running a mini slider line in both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Just let this sink in at the moment. Alex Bergeron in 5th position. He is struggling in the opening 10 laps of this race. Hayden Harvey, he's got this thing dialed in right now as he slide jobs himself into turn number 3 and 4. 1/4 of the race distance complete. And now here comes Tyler Shell closing in once again on Kendall Tucker as they make their way into 3 and 4. Lap number 11 is complete. 29 to run. And it is all Swindell Speed Labs Kendall Tucker. But here comes Tyler Shell once again. Closes in 0.3 of a second there. That last lap, he was at least a 10th quicker.
Tyler Shell trying to make a run. Oh, man, look at that run into turn 3 and 4. Tyler Shell right on the back bumper now of the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Tucker in that Swindell Speed Labs ride. There's Mason Hannigan. There's battles throughout. There's Randolph now coming after Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller holds on to the 6th spot. Hayden Harvey trying to get up past Bergeron right now. Bergeron in 4th. You see Bergeron and the rest of the field starting to separate themselves from the mid-pack.
Yeah, Kenny Miller in 6th. Hayden Harvey again, first time with the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Car Series. Driving the Vanderpool Racing 55 Alex at the moment. We're probably going to see the first 25 to 30 laps of this one. Just be pretty much single file, of course, with the track reset. There goes Bergeron. He slips by Hannigan. Hannigan back to the inside. Hannigan reclaims 3rd position. But we should see over these last 10 to 15 laps, hopefully the track is going to be slick enough to where the drivers are going to be able to make some moves, try different lines, and hopefully we'll get to see some lap traffic. Speaking of lap traffic, I don't think we're too far away. I think we're at least about another 8 laps or so from being into the back of the lap car. And the first car will be Daniel Boyd.
There is Tucker Shell. Tucker Shell. They're side by side. Tucker still has it. Shell trying to make a move there. It cost him some speed there as he's got to gain back some more time on Kendall Tucker. Tucker, though, goes to the top side now. Shell does it one more time. Slide job. Haymaker thrown by Tyler Shell there. Kendall Tucker, he takes it back, though. Tucker holds on to the lead, but man, oh man, Shell threw a haymaker.
Yeah, that was a real big slider in turns 3 and 4. Will he go again? He's going to look to throw it. Not quite as big this time. Man, I mean, as they hit the line next time by, we'll be at the cross flag 6, 20 down, 20 to run. But right now, we're working lap number 20 out of turn number 2. Tucker and Shell 1 and 2 at the moment. Shell, oh, look out. Tucker caught the cushion. The car got sideways. And that is a massive break for Tyler Shell. He will lead lap number 20, so we are halfway home.
As you see, there's a battle for 3rd. Hannigan, Bergeron. Hannigan looking for a 2nd podium here tonight on UltimateDirtTV, but he is company in that 3-time defending. Is it 3-time now?
Yep.
3-time defending.
Baby.
3-time World of Outlaws. Sorry, I'm thinking here. As you can see, he is.
We're not paying you to think, Alex.
That's a good thing.
So the lap traffic is now going to be in play at Tyler Shell. And I did say we're about 8 laps or so away. I think I was very close on the money. Tyler Shell going to put Daniel Boyd a lap down at the start-finish line. We're working lap 24, so 23 complete, 17 remaining. Shell leads over Kendall Tucker. Now here comes Alex Bergeron. Look out, Daniel Boyd. He's right in the line of Alex Bergeron. Bergeron quickly makes work of him. Boyd does the safest thing and just moves up the racetrack just a tiny bit. And there is Shell. Bergeron, He is now starting to get that car working. Look at the wing angle compared to Kendall Tucker. That is a very, very flat wing.
Alex Bergeron, I swear this man knows what this track's gonna do before it does it. He is dropped back.
He made the mistake. Can you believe it? He is a human being after all, the robot. He never ever makes the mistake, but he makes the mistake then. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. And again, we'll get a closer look right there. Look at him rolling the bottom side. And this is it. This is all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Just that left front, just a little too close to that inside wall. And there's the initial contact. Wow.
Oh, man. Lucky enough for him, too. Especially, he has to go to the back. But it doesn't look like there's major damage as he avoided everyone else around there because a caution came out. So lucky enough for that 12 machine, there's not a lot of significant damage there. So talk about a, this might be a storyline here, as you might want to keep your eye on him now. Go into the back if he can come all the way from the back to the front.
Well, let's put it to the vote. Let's put it to the fans. How far can Bergeron make it up through the field? He's going to restart 23rd position. Do you think he's got enough time to get top 10? Yes or no?
I could see him.
I think he's going to get top 10. I think he's going to get about 8th or 9th.
We saw it there, the early get-go of the track after they reworked the track. He struggled for the first 10 laps. Track got a little slicker. His car started coming in. A lot of cars started going away there, and it opened the door for him. So, who knows? He might be able to get a top 5 here tonight still.
Well, and again, we've been saying it all night. We've been saying it at least for the last week. Hashtag blame Alex. And you can take that one of two ways, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the bad thing. You say blame Alex, but for a few drivers, they might say thank Alex because that might have just been some weight off their shoulders for a couple laps now.
So you reckon Bergeron's going to get back to top 5? I'm going to say he's going to finish in either 8th or 9th spot. We'll see how far the world champion can get back up to. Speaking of world champions and world-class drivers, Tyler Schell, the defending Apex Auto Glass and Tinting Sprint Car champion, he's going to lead us off turn number 4. Kendall Tucker, he made a mistake about 10 laps ago to give up the race lead. Now look at Mason Hannigan. He's already won here tonight on UltimateDirtTV, but Tyler Schell leads Hannigan. Keep an eye on Braden Early. Now look at Hayden Harvey now challenging for a podium position. He rolls the bottom side down through turn number 3 and 4. We are working on 13 to go. Isla going to the cushion. Harvey down low. Tucker somewhat through the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Smith now working to the middle. Schell, Hannigan rolled the bottom through 3 and 4. 12 to run. Alex the B main distance away.
Oh my, the battles throughout. There's Alex Bergeron. He's already up. He's moving past cars one by one as Bergeron up to 11th, and this might be the sign. Caution flag is out, and he's up to 11th.
Oh no, Richie Preston, I believe, had some dramas here. Oh, he was one of the drivers involved in this one. As we take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay, the Always Up Sim Sports number 25 machine. In fact, it was Beerline who may have caught a piece of the wall. Oh, Bowers, hello. Let's take a look from the backstretch camera angle. Beerline Rumsey get into it just in front here of the 25. Watch the contact between the 13 and the 41 happen right in front of Preston, just there. Beerline done well to keep that car going, pointed in a forward direction, but just unfortunately after contact with the wall, that car just drifted up to the middle of the racetrack, and unfortunately Richie Preston was already there, but as he's sort of trying to back down the racetrack, he's Sean Bowers nowhere to go on this one. Look at that, just a straight T-bone on that one. How do you like your steak?
Wait. Brett, who did you pick to win tonight?
Tyler Shell.
Okay. What to say? Somebody texted me to make sure you didn't pick Bergeron. I was kind of hoping you picked Bergeron, just so for once we could say blame Brett.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, all right? The hashtag blame Alex is in full effect. I'll tell you what, if you love watching Ultimate Dirt TV, let's get a hashtag blame Alex in chat. Exactly. All silence from Alex.
I'm waiting to see how many there are.
All right, working on 11 to go. Tyler Shell, Mason Hannigan. Yes, by the way, to answer your question, yes, I did pick Bergeron. In fact, I just lied to you.
Mr. Duval, hashtag Alex killed Alex. Alex didn't do it. That was Brett.
No,
Brett picked him.
who hit the wall? Alex did. So hashtag blame Alex. Green flag is out. Hannigan to the top side. Harvey to the inside on Smith. Tucker working the bottom side through the first two turns. Now we're going to work on 10 to run this time by for Tyler Shell. 3-1 for second, third and fourth. Smith coming out of nowhere and shot out of a cannon. But here comes Hannigan back to the inside.
Timothy Smith coming out of nowhere, but they're all passing him now. They're all showing him that speed was just a fluke because these cars passing him in full numbers as written. Just look at this. He was in, contact, rewind, we're contact there, Kenny Miller, Hayden Harvey, and it looked like maybe Randolph. Don't you dare
He's not human. He is not human now. He is up to fifth with 8 to run, 3 wide on the inside of Tucker and Isla. Meanwhile, the young boys are going at it. Oh, yellow is out. And Bergeron up to fifth.
I want you not to say it.
Wow. Daniel Ziegers in the elbows up Sim Sports entry in car number 8. Going to be the reason for the caution flag, or part of the reason for the caution flag. Just got together there with Kyle Swader. And Leon Carver comes in, tags the back of Ziegers, and Ziegers, unfortunately, he's had to park that car back on pit road. I believe he's called the virtual tow. Tough break for Tim Smith as well. I think he may have jumped the cushion in 3 and 4 just prior to that yellow coming out, and he was having a stellar performance, stellar run in that TSM number 50 machine. But Alex, we're looking at about 6 or I believe we'll go back to the last recorded lap, so we'll work on 7 laps to go. And look at your top 5: Shell, Hannigan, Isla, Tucker, Bergeron. We'll go back to 6. Logan Rumsey. 6 drivers in the World Championship Pro Series for the Sprint Cars are finding themselves in the top 6 positions.
You know what? I want to state one thing. I knew I liked Landon Cardoza. I knew I liked him. He put hashtag blame Brett.
Yeah, that just doesn't have a ring to it, though.
It does. It's the double B's. And now, you know, I swear, us at Ultimate Dirt TV, we just come up with some random hashtags just now. Duval puts hashtag alien Bergeron, and at this point, he is an alien. If you ask some people, he's come from Canada, so he might be an alien.
All right, lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. We'll go back to lap 33 of 40, and again, we're going to have 7 remaining, so inside 10 to go. We are single file restarts. Keep an eye on Isla running the cushion through 1 and 2. Then they go to the middle of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4. We'll see what happens here in these final 7 circuits, but Tyler Shell looking to go back to where he wants to be, back in victory lane here at Volusia Speedway Park as the green flag is out. Hannigan rolls the bottom side, as does Tucker, but there is that 5A machine of Braden Ola working the cushion. He'll now come back to the middle of the speedway. These drivers are very, very experienced. Look at Bergeron up on the inside there on Kendall. Tucker now trying to take away 4th position. 3 wide, the split second, and now side by side battle for 4th and 5th on screen.
Battle for 4th. There goes Bergeron to the inside. He's up to 4th now after that incident. He's looking for a podium spot. Can he get there, or will be too little too late? 5 to go. Tyler Shell, you have company. Here comes Braden Eiler to the top side. He's trying to get a run on Mason Hannigan. Hannigan, Eiler goes to the bottom now. Hannigan has company, so does Shell. As Shell might want to watch out because there are cars coming, and there's that 12.
Yeah, look at 1, 2, 3, and nearly 4 sneaking into the picture right now. There is Hannigan, Shell, Hannigan. looking at the rear tail tank of that number 85 machine now. Shell finds himself 3 laps away, but Hannigan now closing in into turn number 1 and 2. Different lines, top 3 running different lines through 1 and 2. Shell this time by the popsicle sticks around 3 wide for the lead, and Braden Isler looking to take over the lead.
Braden Eiler looking strong, running that top side. There goes Hannigan to the middle. Hannigan lost a lot of speed there, hit a slick spot, got a little tight. Here comes Bergeron. Bergeron to the inside of Braden Eiler now. White flag in the air, Tyler Shell 1 lap away from taking it back to victory lane in that 85 machine. But Hannigan's trying to make a run. You see the battle for third back there between Bergeron and Bergeron into Hannigan now. 3 wide for second. Tyler Shell gonna win. Oh, drag race for third. Oh, I want to see who won second there.
Wow! Can you believe it? Tyler Shell, we can confirm he wins tonight's 5th round of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Second, we're going to take a look at this official results, because I believe Alex Bergeron may have just done position 23 to position number 2, and he did. He beats Mason Hannigan to the line for third. Braden Eiler in 4th. Kendall Tucker rounds out the top 5. Kenny Miller, Logan Rumsey, Greg LeMay Jr., Jason Randolph, and Ross Carinta, ladies and gentlemen, your top 10.
David Allen 11th, Josh Van Manen 12th, Hayden Harvey in 13th. So go ahead, say it, Brett.
What?
I picked Harvey. He dropped all the way back to 13th. Go ahead.
Yeah, hashtag blame Alex. I don't need to say it.
Ross Kaiser in 14th, Sabisky in 15th, Aiden Beerline 16th, Leon Carver, Kyle Swatter, Trevor Frank, and Daniel Boyd. That's your top 20.
21st is going to be Daniel Zegas, Tim Smith, 22nd, Richie Preston, and Sean Bowers going to round out this 24 car field. We'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen, just for a brief pause and catch our breath, and come back with post-race coverage. We're going to go down to Victory Lane and chat to your top 3 here tonight in just a few moments' time. All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson, and well, we've made our way down onto the racetrack. And Alex, I believe you're caught up with the man that is finally back in Victory Lane after a couple of weeks.
Finally parking it back in Victory Lane, the elbows up machine, Tyler Shell. Tyler, how does it feel to finally get back in the winner's circle after a few weeks?
It feels good, to be honest. I mean, we haven't been bad. I think we've been on the podium every week. So just that's what I'm really just points racing. So the wins are there, but just try to stay consistent. Pretty much with Kendall and Alex and Braden, I mean, they're consistent. So you just beat them with consistency, and the wins will come.
And now with that long green flag run, that had to be a very stressful run for you there between you, Hannigan, Eiler, even Harvey up there, Tucker. I mean, everyone was up there battling, and that was a long green flag run, so it had to be stressful.
Yeah, I think we were almost 3 wide off of turn 4. I think they're coming to 2 to go, and I was kind of a little scared that they were going to get by me, but just was able to hit 1 and 2 real good, and I was mediocre in 3 and 4. I was pretty good in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I just couldn't really figure out the whole race, to be honest. So, but glad we came out with a victory.
And now we know at elbows up, you got to have a lot of good guys backing you. Who's there?
I'm just like thank everybody that puts his league on. You and Brett, the whole team for broadcasting. I'd like to go back and watch it. And then, of course, I was up Sim Sport and our sponsors, School Sim Racing, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jets Logistics, Paint Spot Tunican, Hergot Real Estate, PSR, Oval Photographs, Ken's Fence Apparel, Roofco, and Fairway Mortgage.
Well, congratulations. That is your winner, Tyler Shell. Now, Brett, you're with a familiar face. In second place, it's Alex Bergeron.
I am with a familiar face, but normally not having to talk to him around this time of the night in this particular position. But Alex Bergeron, I want to say congratulations on second, but first of all, let's go back to the mistake. We finally found out you are actually a human being. You're not a robot that just continues to win races here at Volusia. What was going through your mind when you hit that wall and you had to go to the back?
Actually, I'm not sure if that's called a mistake or not. It might be, but it the track was so weird. I have no idea why. It was definitely different than usual, and nobody was able to hit the bottom right. Everybody was just so tight. Everybody had issues, and I'm used to go down the bottom and trying to force the issue there, and I was doing every lap, and suddenly my car just turned all the way to the left because the left front kind of picked up in the wall, and usually it doesn't do that. So it's not really a mistake in a way, but at the same time it is. But it was very weird. So I have no idea why they done it. Definitely would have to look into it and understand why. But track was definitely weird tonight, and definitely had issues at the beginning of the race. I don't know why either. So definitely we did our best to go back to the field, and we started dead last in 24th and got all the way back up in second. So definitely a good run, and it shows that we had a fast car tonight.
Two ways we can take this. Now, obviously, this isn't towards you, but this is a hashtag that we've got trending is a hashtag blame Alex. You happen to have the same name. When you made that mistake and you had to go back through the field with how long of a green flag run you guys had there at the start, did you think that you were going to be able to get back through the field and get up to second, or where were you going to be happy with after having to restart dead last in this field?
I didn't add any kind of goals. I was just trying to keep the championship alive. So anywhere to finish in the top 10 would be good. And I knew I could do that. It's just I would have to hit the bottom right every single lap like I was doing, and just take the bottom. And hopefully nobody was able to hit the bottom as good as I did, and trying to get in there. It's so hard. You can't just power your way in there, and when you have somebody in front of you, so you have to wait till they make a mistake and just stay the spot. And everybody seemed to go to the middle and top, and I was making move 3 cars at a time and 3, 4, or 5 cars at a time. So definitely helped me out, and just glad we came back in the top 3 there to save the championship. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be back in there close to the top 3 for the points. I'm not too sure about it, but we're definitely close to the lead. So we just have to keep doing good races and stay up front, and hopefully none of that happened tonight and would happen next week. So hopefully none of that happens again.
All right, so a rare mistake from the 12 entry of Alex Bergeron. Alex, congratulations on coming back through the field up to second position. Again, we know you got a lot of wonderful people behind you, a lot of wonderful sponsors on this race car. And before we let you go, of course, champion, who gets this done for you?
Yeah, absolutely, Brett. Everybody at Team Yari Sports, Jason, Rebecca, everybody, all of our partners, CSI Shocks, Logicat, BK Designs, Wearing From Equipment, Save Your Setup Shop, and Stoco, and everybody helps us out. My dad for watching all the time. You guys for doing an awesome job broadcasting, and Apex of the Glass, Championship for putting this up, and everybody there. And glad to be here and racing every Thursday night. So can't wait to be back next week and trying to go for that championship.
All right, there we go. Alex Bergeron. He's human after all. He comes home at second place. Home in third place tonight is standing by with Alex Robinson.
And on the podium yet again tonight, it's going to be the 1X, but we see there's a different wrap on it tonight for the 410s. It's Mason Hannigan. And first, before we even get to the racing, what's with the new wrap? This is a different sign here.
Yeah, it was my dad's car, Australian car from, I want to say is around the 99, 98 area. And with the Australian Classic coming up, I had the paints by the Tuna Can Do It, Billy Rowley, and he did one hell of a job with it, and figured we'd slap it on tonight and maybe give us an extra look. And I actually shocked with myself tonight because, qualifying where I qualified, I was shocked. And then, running up front with the guys like I normally don't do. I was really bad at the end of the race. I probably should have been back to 8th if we would have been piled up in a group, but thankfully we got out to a decent gap out to 4th or 5th there, and I knew we were set up for later in the race, and as the race went on, we got a lot better, and coming home 3rd, I'm pretty happy about that.
And yeah, you got to be really pleased with the performance tonight in that car. And now we talk like you had a battle of your life tonight with Shell, Eiler, Tucker, and then Bergeron coming up through. So you had to fight for every spot there, and especially to get on the podium. How stressful was it through that last few turns when you saw you guys going 3 wide?
Yeah, it's like it was confusing and like not shocking at the same time to know Alex was up there, because we were, I don't know when he spun out, I want to say we were like close to 14 laps left, and 10 laps later he's all the way back up to 5th, so I'm like, oh boy, this might not be good for us. And I think man, if he would have got a caution, I don't know if he would have had something for Shell or not, but I caught up back to Shell, and I was kind of shocked by that because I knew he was messing up a little off of 4, and I could get a run because the marbles that were being thrown up from the bottom up to the middle, and running through the marbles, it just got grip, and then it'd start moving up and up and up, and I heard of Braden a few times, and I figured to move up about a half lane or so, and I was happy to hang on to 3rd, but Braden was really quick too, so happy to come away with 3rd. And after last week's deal with the computer going out, it's relieving, and thankfully it happened tonight, or thankfully it happened last week, and got it fixed for this week.
And now, once again, with Black Diamond Motorsports, you got to have a lot of good guys back at the shop helping you out with this car. Who is it?
Black Diamond Motorsports, everyone helps out there, and can't thank for one of my buddies tonight helped me, just choose the right line when I could, and Tim Sims, Fads Eyewear. Can't thank Billy Riley enough for doing this paint. And we'll come back next week and see what we can do.
Well, congratulations. That is your 3rd place finisher of Mason Hannigan.
Wow, Alex, what a way to wrap up round number 5 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Car Series. Again, Volusia always turning it on here tonight. And again, these drivers done a fantastic job. But couple of stories to take away from this one to take into next week. Of course, Tyler Shell, he gets back to his winning ways here in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting Sprint Car Series. Again, it had been 3 weeks since he had been in victory lane talking to us at the end of the night, but he finally gets there. Another big talking point, of course, Bergeron makes that one little mistake, and you heard it as well. He thought that the track was just a little weird tonight as drivers seemed to struggle around the bottom side of the racetrack. But round number 6 next week, looking forward to that one.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a heck of a fight. As I'm going to quickly look to see what our points are looking like. So give me 1 second here. So going into, oh, wait, I can't find it. Still can't find it.
So next week, we travel to Weed Sport, followed by the dirt track at Shutt. Then we'll take round number 8 to the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Round 9, the penultimate round of the series. We go to Cedar Lake Speedway, and then finishing up on March the 18th. We're going to head to the sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville Raceway. And after 4 weeks coming into tonight, it was Tyler Shell who had a 4-point advantage over Kendall Tucker. He's going to extend that points lead, seeing as though Tucker finished in 5th position. Braden Isla finishing in 4th. So again, that battle between Tucker and Isla is going to heat up. That'll tighten up just a little bit. Alex Bergeron, who was sitting 26 points behind Kendall Tucker on 80 points compared to 106. He finishes 2nd. Richie Preston was rounded out the top 5, and Richie Preston finished in 24th position, whereas Logan Rumsey, Mason Hannigan, of course, got 3rd. Rumsey got 7th as well. So might just be a little shake-up between 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 as well, but we'll have to see how all that plays out. Alex, again, thank you very much for your time here on UltimateDirtTV. It's much appreciated, and we'll certainly see you once again on, I believe you'll be on Saturday night. If not Saturday night, Sunday night, World of Thunder is back.
Yep, Saturday night, 8 Eastern for 358 modifieds versus the big blocks, and then World of Thunder, Street Stocks, Sprint Cars. What else we got? Super Lates, big block modifieds as well, and that's at Lanier.
Yep, we'll go to Lanier National Speedway. Again, we're there earlier on tonight. We've been there a couple of times this week, of course, with the National Sim Racing Series. But, Alex, that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It's time to pack it up and go... I was going to say go home, but we're already home, let's be honest. Again, a big thanks to, of course, iRacing for giving us a wonderful platform to produce this wonderful racing and wonderful broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, we're closing in on 16,000 followers by far. We are well clear of anybody else that is on the broadcasting scene here on Facebook. Don't forget, we're also live on YouTube as well, so don't forget to go to youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that subscribe button. Again, all free to watch right here on the #1 channel. Big thanks to Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, all their wonderful sponsors that help put on this series. And again, a big payout and a big championship field. Again, we're seeing 30 plus cars over the first 5 weeks. No doubt it's going to continue to grow, of course, as we head looking forward to season 3, hopefully. But again, we're going to get through the next 5 races to complete season number 2. Can Tyler Shell go back to back? We'll find out next week, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thank you to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Designs. Until next time, on behalf of Alex Robinson and myself, it's Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you Sunday night.